Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to FSB Racing Friday night Winston Cup Series action
To your cars.
from Darlington, the Lady in Black, track Too Tough to Tame. One of my favorites, and I'm your host, Sean Reap, and back on camera, Milt Minter Jr. Look at that. We got it fixed finally. The Multicam has returned.
Yeah, big thanks to Matt Watkins coming over and cleaning out my computer. So here we are, and Matt Watkins grew up right down the street to drive to work, driving right by this track. So this is definitely a home race for him.
Absolutely. We got about 15 cars. Look like they're taking the grid tonight. Bingle Productions, something I've seen you in the chat before. Thanks for checking in. Dante Brown, representing Jam and J Nation. Of course, Chris Beckman, our website maintainer and one of our admins and drivers. All around good guy. We talked to Chris earlier. Good to see him checking in the chat too, even if he's not making the start tonight. Well, they went through a hurry up in the drivers meeting, so we got to get our our picks in now.
Well, I picked Matt, my teammate there last week, so I'm going to give you first pick and see what you come up with.
I already promised Matt I won't pick him this week because I took him out on Tuesday. So, I don't know. Man, I'd say, you know what, DeCenza's had some rotten luck already, so let's see if he can turn that around this week in the Wrangler Jeans machine.
I'm going to go for a guy I had a little contact with in practice. I actually got on the track after getting my computer squared away by Matt and ran a few laps with these great drivers and got smoked. I'm going to go with Roscoe Hurst, one of the smokers.
All right, that's a strong pick, and he's coming off of a win back at Michigan a couple of weeks back there. Good to see Slim Jim on the pole tonight in the 23 Slim Jim Chevrolet Lumina. Can't see my stream deck because of the cat. There we go. We're getting this thing ready to go. El Gato KC. I use a lot of Elgato products too. The Elgato Wave XLR Stream Deck. And Green Flag.
Front row, Slim Jim Gately and the great Mark DeCenza. Watkins all over him already. He's got the points lead, and he wants to win this race.
Got Mama Gately checking in, cheering for her boy. Slim Jim, of course. Jim Ray, the founder. We're getting close to the actual 20th anniversary of the FSB itself. That's just around the corner. And Jim Ray, of course, our founder. And Travis Partington, representing Oscar Mike Radio.
Well, there's just a few laps getting...
Oh, we got a lap one caution, unfortunately. I was going to say this track is known for long green flag runs.
Well, that'll be later, and that's when you got to save tires.
Yep, but we got ourselves a quickie caution right off the bat. See if we can find the source of that right now. No. Looks like the Jam and J fan club will not be happy about this one.
Oh, and there is damage on his car.
Here we'll go Jam and J and Shane Wisman going here into turn 3 and 4. So there they are coming off to this egg-shaped oval. And, just a misjudgment of braking points there. That end of the track, you do brake. You brake going in there. Not super heavy, but it looks like Jay was just on him a little heavier than Shane was expecting.
Well,
you see the result.
It's scary with cold tires at the beginning here.
Yeah, so about this track, rather famously, this has that egg oval shape to it. Wider through turns 1 and 2, and narrower, less than some more than 100 Yeah, more than 180 degrees through 1 and 2, and less than that in 3 and 4, giving it that distinct egg shape, rather famously for avoiding disrupting a farmer's minnow pond nearby. And the end result is a classic configuration. You can go flat out through turns 1 and 2 here with this setup and these physics. I don't recommend doing it. It'll start wearing the tires real fast. And the other end, you have to do some braking, a little trail throttle on that, and keep it turning around the center and power on down the front stretch. And that's your passing opportunity around here, is mostly getting into and out of turn 3 and 4. When the track originally opened, it was reversed. The start-finish line was on the other side. So 1 and 2 was 3 and 4, and because of that greater than 180 degree radius there, they used to get what they call a Darlington stripe. They'd lean up against the guardrail that was there to get the optimum run off the track. And if you were doing it just right, you had 2 stripes down the side of the car from where the Armco leaned into the right rear fender.
Yeah, just watching that again, I think Winston, would like to have taken that back a little bit. I mean, when you're following like that, you want to create a lane, especially coming into the corner instead of being run on the guy, because it's very hard to judge their braking points, especially there. You almost got to give a little bit of space. Damage J down pit road. Let's see if they do some work on that car. Four tires. And yeah, he's going to sit there a minute.
You're going to let him bang on it, get that rear end straightened out. Hopefully not too bad.
Dave Ellens, a little sketchy coming out. I don't know if he was waiting for the 63 or couldn't find a gear, or maybe changed something there. Drivers will make adjustments on pit road. Steering ratio, basically.
Yeah, it could be something like that. Here's Jam J. That car looks pretty good. The Synergy Motorsports crew did a pretty good job fixing up that car. So we'll see what Jay still has left in that. Lights still on the FSB Pontiac Firebird pace car.
Well, just a few laps here in practice, getting the old Trojan Condom Chevrolet out of the mothballs was very exciting. My hands hurt squeezing that wheel so tight. And they always say, you gotta let loose of that wheel, let it flow. But I don't know. I've never been that kind of driver. That's why like the old Microsoft Sidewinder wheels I had before. There's like several dead ones where I just ripped the rubber off them, or grab it so tight. I don't know. It's just always been kind of natural for me. But it'll wear you out.
And speaking of wearing the rubber off, this track is notorious for it. It is a tire killer. Tire wear. So look for tire wear to cause a lot of your comers and goers different pit strategies through the night. Track is known for long green flag runs, despite how tough it is, because of all that huge area to the inside of the track. Gives a lot of opportunity for cars to spin out of the racing line and not trigger the caution flag so easily here.
Yeah, unless you spin out of turn 4, then you're going straight into that concrete on the inside.
Yeah, sometimes cars will be crashed down there and just sitting there, and I won't throw the caution, but the pace car's off now. Slim Jim still in the lead. Mark DeSenza second, Matt Watkins third, Rick Castle fourth, and Roscoe Hurst P5. And for 147 laps around this track, it's a little over a mile and change.
Three
Clean start there.
FSB vets jump out to the lead there. Watkins backs off a little bit. Like, I don't know about that, boys. I'll run up there and push it. Tire wear is everything here. What they used to say, they didn't even want to push the car out from the garage because just pushing it to the grid would wear the tires out.
Pretty much, yeah. And that was, we got Roscoe Hurst around in turn 1 and 2.
Oh,
no, that's 3 and 4, rather.
win.
Sorry. And, yeah, it looks like Pops Marguson collecting that, and we have our second caution.
Roscoe has just been fantastic and on point. No mistakes, and but this is a track that'll jump up and bite you.
Looks like he caught the wall there, got a little wall sucked, bounced off it, just barely cleared in front of Ryan Johnson there. And Jammin' Jay, poor Jay, just comes along and gets a piece. Pops, I guess, went spinning trying to miss that.
Well, heartbreaking into pretty heartbreaking into 3, and then it sets up your momentum. And if you miss that braking, that all started back in turn 3 where his momentum was too much, and then he's laying off the gas and trying to rim ride between 3 and 4, which is what you do, and catch that banking there. And his speed was just, once you're in that position, it's a tough road to get her woe down, and he just had way too much speed.
I see what happened there. He almost ran over Rick Castle, and trying to recover, he got down and touched the apron, and that was all over from there.
Down pit road, this is a bull ring, man. It's going to be a fight.
You see, just 9 laps in here.
I didn't get dressed up for nothing.
Just 9 laps in here, about 5 green laps.
Roscoe can't find his pit stall.
About 5 green laps on those tires, and they're already in getting fresh rubber on them. That's how Darlington is.
Matt Watkins is like saying, welcome to South Carolina, y'all. They beat on her a little bit, and Roscoe Hurst is out pit road.
So many great races here over the years, including in 2003, the year this game was released. You had the epic battle with Ricky Craven and Kurt Busch. Still one of the closest finishes, if not the closest finish in NASCAR history.
Beating and wrecking across the start-finish line.
Yeah, they used up every last bit of those cars. Alright, let's start thinking some green thoughts here.
These guys will do that at the end. Right now, they're not wanting to do that. They got a long way to go, and it's a long race. And once it starts going green, then you got to, tire wear. Every lap, you're going to watch lap times decrease, like almost every lap. Little
we got a blinker
in the back there with Winston and a couple other cars trying to figure out where to get lined up before they cross the start-finish line.
I think someone blinked out, and that was what caused them to get
and that could get
bunched
you a
up.
BF. Well, we talked to Rick Castle earlier before the race, and he's talking about working on equipment, sim equipment here, and trying to get it figured out, and trying to get his pace. Like myself, experiencing some leg pains when he sim races, and trying to figure, to get as comfortable as he can with these new equipment he has. The best equipment these days, the brakes are real stiff. and but they're hard on your knees and legs, especially if you're older, or
Yeah.
you're like a tile setter like me, which I'm on my knees every day. So,
Or you've had two meniscus surgeries like me.
it's definitely just those few laps of practice today was like, wow, man, this game is still so bitchin', you know. And the car sounds so great when you're in it, so loud.
Brad Otto stayed out to get himself a Dave Marcus point there. A lap led bonus
So
point for the
like, I'm
31
on the
car.
track with these FSB guys, and they're like passing me like I'm standing still, you know. They pretty good.
Ryan Johnson up to 4th place here, rather quietly.
How he do? There's opportunities for a win here, or maybe your first win. Maybe the 14 car gets a win. He's put together some, great runs, and last week on the podium, and that could build momentum. This is a track you just don't want to. You want to stay close. And that's, when you get the long run, that becomes tire wear and fuel too. Rick Johnson, I remember in Pro Cup, clutching around this track and saving fuel. How the heck does this guy get 36 laps,
Green flag in the air, Slim Jim leads him back.
Slim Jim's missed a few races, and he's ready to roll. The mama in the house, get her done. Teammates together, they're going to be working this. In the mind of Matt Watkins and P3, I got Brian Johnson and Rick Castle behind me. I think what they're going to want to do is stay up and save tires here. And when you're following the 15, you do what he do. He's always got a plan, and it's usually it's a winning plan. So, got a chance, you want to watch what he's doing. He's spacing himself a little bit, and trying to feel this out. Thing about being in the lead, it's always, you're the pace car. Or you want to run a pace where you're kind of looking in the mirror going, I don't want to get too far ahead and push too hard. This thing feels really good, and then all of a sudden, it don't feel so good. The tires go away. Right now, they're freshies. Last lap, 30.206 for Slim Jim. His best last lap of the race. His teammate is challenging, though. Mark DeSouza has a hard time not leading. he's up here like this, he's a Charger. He's been a Charger for over 20 years doing this sim. And he's still driving like he was 20 years younger. Johnson, we seen him. Where did he come from last week?
Yeah, great run last week for the 59.
Well, last season was something he really wanted to commit to, and he did. He didn't admin, and it just didn't work out. That's racing. Sometimes it's funny how you get in rhythms, good ones and bad ones. Then you can start piecing stuff together here.
He was pursuing that elusive Winston Cup.
I'm Walters. I'm, feeling pretty good staying with this pack as long as these guys stay with it. Wissman.
Just taking a look.
Contact earlier.
Yeah, Wissman's got to be careful. He's got to consider himself to have an INSEE on his head. In line with our 2 incident rule here.
Well, to set up a pass, let's say in turn 3, you got to set it up in turn 1. And then get that run going off and then make that move. And that's what he's trying to do.
That's what he's trying to do, yep.
Trying to see what
Looking
the
low.
14 is up about here. And
can't quite get the nose in there before the turn. Wisely backs out of it.
Working him again.
Slim Jim pulling down to let Mark DeCenza take the lead on the front stretch. That's the easiest place if you want to let someone go, is just pull over on the front.
Yeah, that's what you start to think about. Now that we've got a few laps in and we're already running lap times a half a second slower than we did when we got the green flag. This will continue and get worse. Then you're going to start being a mathematician, an engineer. How much time do I want to stay on the track? Here comes Wissman down low. Showing. That's what you like to do there, is really show, dude, I want this.
And he's spinning.
Maybe a little tap in the 14. They both crash and Pops gets by him. Shows you how hard this track is to pass, and when you get momentum and you make the pass, then you've got probably too much momentum.
Oh, I'm afraid that car is done for.
The thing about it, it wasn't like there was no give or take. It's just the way this track is. Once you're committed to a speed in turn 3 and turn 4, you can't reinvent yourself, Very hard. Because you're right on the edge of these 3,500-pound cars.
And I don't have to call that on the spot. Watch here, I'll put it in slow-mo. You see, 34 gets the run, he goes down. He's trying to give Nick room, but he catches the apron. That gets his car sliding up the hill a little bit. He's trying to catch it, and Nick's already back in the throttle.
Yeah, he's
little contact.
And then it just shows you the little bit of oversteer. 34 is trying to catch it, and then just that little tap. That's all it takes. Down pit road. DeCenza, what is he like? He likes cautions and then leading. Green flag pit stops, or the 124 has a little trouble getting into a stall. Oh, at the line, real close there. And the 3 gets it.
Mark's been known to get himself some end of longest lines under these yellow flag stops too, so it's no guarantee that a caution flag stop will do him any good.
Well, me and him started around the same time, and we're real fast, but we're both kind of the same way. We make those kind of mistakes. I got over 200 wins in this league, but I probably got 700 losses.
Well, easily that. I mean, geez. at his most dominant, Jeff Gordon was only a 25% win percentage. So
63 back down pit road.
I think that season Richard Petty won 27. It's because there were like 46 in the season. Even that's more than 50%.
Yep.
That type of dominance just doesn't happen.
What does Nick Walters have left here? Ryan Johnson just chewing on a grass seed here, sitting on a sack of seeds. Feeling like a villain. Give me an opportunity here. You can plan and think how it's going to go. But then when you get that green flag run, you miss a couple corners a little bit and start to get down on tire wear versus your opponents. The veteran Pops Marks in there definitely looking pretty good right now. Avoided close call.
Yeah, he was right on top of that last incident there. Slipped through cleanly. 25 laps in here. We're going to take this restart on, as it just ticks over to 26. Gonna take it on lap 27. Still haven't gotten a full run in here.
Yeah, you're not even into your first pit window if this would have been green. Well, the teammates up in front, they they share info, everything pretty much, but then they love to play, who's going to win here.
Yeah, but right now it's just keep that car in one piece. Erase the track right now.
Definitely.
This place will bite you. Green flag back out. Mark DeCenzo on the point. Slim Jim Gately second. Matt Watkins looks like he's pushing Slim Jim down the front stretch. He's there in third in the 15 car.
Yeah, Slim Jim was a little slow on the restart there. But he gets to going here.
Wonder if maybe he had the wrong gear selected there. It happens sometimes.
The thing about Darlington too is you might change your lines a little bit as the longer you go and the worse your tires get.
Yeah, turn 1 and 2 offers the most opportunity for that.
And you're definitely going to do it with the throttle. Let's go with a little in-car here, maybe.
Yeah, Nick Walters and Brett Otto in the wall off turn 4. Let's get on board our sponsor and admin here, Ryan Johnson, and the Brothers Body and Paint Buick.
Reading my mind, bro. Always want to keep your eye on that.
He's making the run on Matt Watkins down the front.
As he makes the pass on that.
And Matt just rolls over, lets him go. It's not the time to fight it.
Well, that's the strategy you play if you start thinking it's going to go green. Because, man, you can run like a hero and become zero right away. Using that outside in line there. Then when you get in turn 1, you want to focus your eye on that inside. The line there and just breeze that. Pretty much flat out right now. Do 1 and 2. On the brakes. Then roll. Roll, 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 roll. Pick up the throttle. See that roll speed though. When I was out there in practice, definitely mine wasn't very good.
Yeah, you can roll the center about 139, 140 on fresh tires.
You want to breeze that inside? You're always looking at the line, the painted line right there is a good reference.
And Ryan right up on Slim.
Really look at that. We got smoke.
Smoke in the grandstands there. I don't know if
barbecuing.
I don't know if that's a little fire on the mountain or if there's someone spun. And Ryan Johnson is on the move. He's a man on the mission, picking up second from his teammate Slim Jim and setting his sights on Mark DeSenza. Yeah, don't count Ryan out. He is really good at this track. He's sneaky good. He can save while going fast.
That's pretty. The lady in black. Got your Darlington stripe. Well, we got a few cars already got them.
They used to put wood blocks in between the frame and the fender to reinforce it going around here because they knew they were going to lean on that wall.
Probably want to use that light as, each driver has their own. What do they look at when they hit the brakes there? Here you're pointing right down next to that line. Right now, you're already seeing about 0.3 of a second drop off in lap times.
And you'll see over 2 seconds over a full run, maybe even more.
Whoa! DeSenza has to stab the brakes a little bit there. His roll speed going into that center of that corner was too high. Each lap you refocus and like, okay, I made a mistake there. I'm going to adjust a little bit. And then you're also watching what your competition is doing.
I think I may have found the source of that smoke before. Brad Otto just rolled out of the pits with a caved-in rear end on that number 31 Marines machine.
1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps.
Rah.
Starting to see the gap here now. Watkins is, I believe purposely, pacing himself a little bit here.
Oh,
and
my
that's
goodness.
so difficult to do.
Here's what happened to Brad Otto. You mentioned 3 and 4 is the trickiest part of this track. He ran up on Jay and Nick there, caught some apron, and it looped. He almost had it saved, and it kicked hard back to the right.
Oh, bam!
Heavy contact, but you see,
hard leg.
the car ended up to the inside like I was talking about before and did not trigger the caution flag. So we stayed green. Yeah, he got going and he was down basically off the racing surface.
Watkins sizing them up and letting them go, and he's all about saving tires right here. And you just gotta wonder how Rick Castle is as far as how he feels comfort-wise. As we talked to him before the race, he was not comfortable and worried about several different things. But you're in that pace with the 15.
Yeah, Rick's been having all kinds of issues with his computer, getting new equipment set up. So this is kind of a test session season for him.
Telfer and 7th, trudging on with the damaged piece. Long way to go, but hard to tell if he's going to have the pace. When you get damaged, it's also harder to save tires. So you're losing pace and you're losing tires.
I'm surprised, fastest lap of the race has been turned by Ryan Johnson, a 30.089, 163.467 miles per hour around this mile and change oval.
Three amigos here.
Looks like we've lost Dave Ellens and Nick Walters.
Yeah, we lost a couple cars. Both cars have parked it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like they pulled off and parked both cars, or the 115 rather, I'm sorry, the 14 was heavily involved in that incident with Shane Wisman. I think Dave Ellens in the 115 has been having connection issues. Meanwhile, somewhere I missed Slim Jim getting back around Ryan Johnson, so I guess he went hard.
Yeah.
He went hard
Ryan
on the start.
Pretty much gave it to him.
Yeah, Ryan knows he's used his tires trying to charge to the front there.
That's what we talked about. The 3 is he's in a rhythm. Let's see how that works. But then I'll step away for just a minute. Sponsored by Budweiser, the King of Beer.
Of course, you gotta wonder what the 15 car, Matt Watkins, has got up his sleeve. What angle is he working here? He's just hanging out in 4th place, saving what he can. You know he's capable of going faster. He was on the pole. Oh, no, he wasn't on the pole. Some Jim was on the pole. We started up front. He intends to finish there, but right now he's content to run 4th. 1 second and change back. But it's still very much in striking distance. Pit window, about 36-40 laps, about the most you can get out of tires and fuel around this place. depending on how many laps are left on a particular run, you may see guys try and short that, split it out into even runs, or some guys just run it dry, trying to not get caught a lap down from a caution. And then make that final stop, less fuel. Personally, I find I'd rather have the fresh tires, but track position is also gold around this place.
Well, especially, I mean, don't want to get caught out with a caution.
Yeah, tell me about it. That's what happened Tuesday night. I had the strategy. I was going to be 12 seconds up at least when the pit cycle finished, and then caught a caution, and I was a lap down. I was about to unlap myself, but I wasn't quite there. Caught a lucky dog, fortunately, right after that, and then got right back to it. But
well, back in my day, we didn't have the lucky dog, and we had Rick Johnson and Matt Watkins and Damien Gostilla. They just drive away, and after, I would lead, and then peter out, and Mark gets wide there. Now we're looking at lap times.
we're up in the 31-second range now, where they start out in the low 30s.
Fours. And here comes Slim Jim putting the pressure on there, letting it ride for a little while and saving his tires there. The scary one is the 15 there.
Ryan Johnson,
How
see
much has he saved? Because he's starting to come now, and Johnson is going backwards.
He's got the shootout. He used up his stuff trying to get up there to the lead, and those guys are pulling away. He's now 2 seconds back of the leaders, losing more time every lap. See how small they're getting out of his front camera there. Like Brad Otto trying to get down and out of the way, let the leaders go on by down the front stretch. That's the way you do it. These three are just about to be under a blanket again. You see Matt Watkins is also reeling this group in. He's patient. He knew what he needed to save. He was out there Tuesday, perfecting the long run.
Here he comes. Mama, there goes that man.
Keep the camera on this battle while I step away myself, and I'll be right back as well. Oops, sorry about that. what happened when I stepped away there. It caused it to freeze up the main screen. We lost Milty. Milty got disconnected. Oh, that's what happened. Milt got disconnected and it caused Skype to pop to the front. Haha. Now I know what happened. Techno Gremlins still being my arch nemesis this week. We got Ryan Johnson down pit road, Slim Jim Gately with him. These guys want fresh rubber, and here comes Mark DeSenza, D-Rocket to pit road. Matt Watkins stays out. No surprise, he's saved a little bit more. But how much time is he going to give up to these guys? Now Matt Watkins down pit road. He didn't stay out long. No surprise. He was going to be giving up 2 seconds a lap. His last lap at speed was a 32.132. If he stayed out there, yeah, 2 seconds every time these guys went around. He just wanted to get his lap led. Be sure he's got that covered. Get back to it. See Slim Jim. He had that lead on Ryan Johnson to begin with. Got his rear bumper. You see how small Ryan Johnson is. Those two came in on the same lap.
I'm
Jim.
sorry, I'm having technical difficulties here on my computer, but I'm back.
All right. Yeah, when you got disconnected from Skype, it caused the Skype window to pop to the foreground and locked up my main NR 2003 window here. All right, they've cycled through, and Matt Watkins managed to come out in second through all that. But will, once Rick Castle makes his pit stop, that is. As Rick Castle has stayed out to pick up a point and, from leading the race here. Oh, I lost Milt again. Well, among the many technical issues we've been fighting is Milty's connection. He thinks he needs a new Ethernet cable, he says. So we've got this right back to a good old-fashioned dogfight for the lead. Ryan Johnson has pulled them back in, but we know he runs harder on the start than these guys do and uses his stuff up quicker. And Matt Watkins executes another pit stop like that. He might cycle back out to the lead. Just one of the many things he does perfect week in and week out. And Jim Ray checking exactly what the date of the 20th anniversary is. It's March something, I think. Sammy knows. Sam was saying something like March 4th, maybe? Slim Jim starting to have some connection jitters there, too. Look at this, nearly halfway through the race. Oh, not quite halfway through the race, about a third of the way in. And your top four all in a line there. Lawless green flag pit stops there from all of them. Now it's just back down to that tire management once again. Yeah, 20th anniversary for the sim was February 4th, Ryan. But and thanks for tuning in, Ryan Tracy there. Jim is talking about the league itself. It was formed a little bit later. That happened a lot as the sims came out. For me, it was NASCAR 4. Yeah, it came out right before the Daytona 500, and we all know how that went. And leagues started to form up after that as people got the game. So I think the FBRL, the league I was in back in NASCAR 4, started in like April 2001. Ryan Johnson wants to see if he can get around these guys and at least get a lap led before he scorches those tires. And he is breathing the sauce on the neck of his teammate Slim Jim Gately. Alright, Milty is reconnected.
Yeah, we have issues.
We got more issues than Sports Illustrated. What are you talking about?
I think we'll start with the basics, but that's the way computers are. Yeah, I'll see if internet's fine. It's nothing to do with like network cord. I think that's the next move. Anyway, after pit stops, looks like we got some business here.
Yeah, I was just saying, they got... You guys were running NASCAR 3 even though 2003 was out? You sure you weren't running 2002 or 4?
No, we're running 2000 NASCAR 3.
Wow. That was a long holdout, because NASCAR 3 came out in 99. We're losing Milty again. Skype is frozen. So you guys skipped over NASCAR 4 and NASCAR 2002 entirely, huh? Take a look through the field, see if there's any other battles forming on this track. Got Jam and Jay running out there in 6th place right now, 1 lap down. Brad Otto 5 laps down in the 31 Marines Cutlass Supreme. There's your 5th place car, Rick Castle. I'm locked up again because Milty disconnected. There we go. Alright, we get the multicam working, and now it's causing me problems every time he disconnects. So, yeah, Rick Castle in 5th. He lost a lot of ground staying out there as long as he did to lead that lap. But if you didn't think you had anything for those guys, that's just the way you do it. Yeah, I know the feeling, Jim. Am I sure? Yeah, I'm trying to remember that stuff all that far back. It gets a little foggy. Jim's only like a year older than me, so it's almost half our lifetime ago. Yeah, on his way to a solid top 5 though, Rick Castle. About 24 seconds back, he is in danger of falling a lap down pretty soon here. Although he does have the advantage of currently having fresher tires than the leaders. Who else is still running here? There's Pops, 99, Scotch Blue Ford. Classic paint scheme, classic FSB driver. Okay. I get you. Okay, so you guys, yeah, so took a different route. Yeah, my introduction to this, to the online NASCAR was NASCAR 4 rather. I skipped over NASCAR 99 and 3. I had 1 and 2. Skipped over the Legends too. I think I'd fallen into flight sims at that point. I was ignoring racing for a while. The Dodge coming back to NASCAR in 2001, that got my attention, that got me excited again. And downloaded the demo for NASCAR 4. Tried to drive it with my flight sim setup. I actually won a couple of races that way before my wheel finally came in. We got Brad Otto on the wall as he lets the leaders go by. Getting a little bit of Darlington stripe there. Yeah, there's something we call in... Oh, nice research there, Ryan Tracy. March 12th, 2003 is the official anniversary of FSB. So that will be just around the corner for next month. Ryan Johnson has once again used up his stuff trying to get up there and get a lap led. Already seen a second fall off on these tires. 31.212 last lap for your leader. As Ryan Johnson has once again turned the fastest lap of the night with almost a 30 flat for 163.908 miles per hour. And Milty just texted me, says he's sorry he's having problems. And man, the last few weeks have been nothing but problems with tech here. That's how live stuff goes. That's one of the cool things about watching the big boys try and broadcast iRacing during the pandemic before they got back to the track. Watching them have the exact same problems that we had, it was reassuring. Yep, one more year and FSB is legal to drink, says Ryan Tracy. Yeah, I met my wife 20 years ago this year, too. Crazy how that time has flown by. Man, I think Matt Watkins is working on Mark DeSenza here. Slim Jim has fallen off. DeSenza has just been in command of this race. Oh! 3-car in the wall. Darlington stripe for the Wrangler Jeans machine. That kills his momentum off 2. That might give Matt Watkins the run. We'll see if he takes it. And he doesn't want it. He's just going to back off and keep doing his thing through 3 and 4. Don't know if that was hard enough to do. Oh, no! Senza loses it. Collects Matt Watkins. That should bring out the caution because no caution. Senza retires on the spot and Matt Watkins gets it rolling again. Oh, that's gonna have introduced some heavy tire wear to the 15. Slim Jim. Senza is rolling. I'm sorry, Matt Watkins rolling again. Back that all the way up to turn 1 and 2 to see how this developed. Got the replay here. So Mark DeSenza in the 3-car gets it in there low. Ooh, just a little skim off the wall. It's enough to slow him down. Matt gives him the room into 3 and 4. He didn't want any part of trying to take advantage there. Didn't want to be side by side. I think maybe Mark just got it in a little deep. Maybe got on the gas too soon. You see, starts the slide off 4. Stabs the brake to get around. Or to get it back under control. Look at Slim pop through there. This was a, sticker pecker moment there, as Milt would say if he was here. Look at that. Oh, just misses. Matkins just misses DeSenza and keeps it rolling on. An amazing no caution. I thought maybe with where Matt Watkins ended up in the 15, that was going to bring out the caution. And now Slim Jim coming to pit road. Here, coming up on lap 90. So I think he'd have to make one more stop from here, perhaps. Probably just want to split this final run into about, 90 of 147, 57. Yeah, split the final run here to about 28 lap segments. That's going to hand the lead back to Matt Watkins. Matt Watkins now coming to pit road as well. Which in turn might finally get Ryan Johnson his lap lead. No, he's in 5th. Who's 3rd now? Rick Castle. Rick Castle already had a lap lead. Okay, so Ryan Johnson appears to have already hit pit road. I think I missed that while I was covering the contact and spin. Yeah, there's Ryan Johnson on fresh tires about to unlap himself around the current leader, Rick Castle. He's trying to get up and out of the way. Ooh! No contact there. It's just Rick wiggled while trying to get out of his way. Yeah, Jim, flagman snoozing, you say, but that's how this track is. these tracks with a lot of room to the inside that's technically not considered racing surface in the underlying structure of the track. Cars spin down in there. It often doesn't throw the flag. I just thought with Matkins, literally stopped under the flag stand, that would do it. I guess he got rolling just fast enough. See how this all cycles out. Matt Watkins on a mission here, and oh, got a little jiggy there. How much can Matt bounce back from this? Slim Jim hold on, and if anyone can pull off a strategy to overcome that spin, it's Matt Watkins, but he doesn't have a lot of time to do it. Maybe if he had 2 pit stop cycles to do it in, he could figure something out. Man, Rick Castle's still out there. Oh, there's Rick Castle hitting pit road now. Rick Castle pulling into his stall here as you see Jammin' Jay Dulfer roll out himself in the 63. It looks like this might have cycled the lead. No, okay, it's going to go to Slim Jim. So yeah, Slim Jim back to the lead. Ryan Johnson now 5 seconds back. Matt Watkins 8.966. And we'll see how they want to play the strategy out. They want to run it dry. You can never take 2 tires at Darlington. That just does not work. So I think they're going to want to probably split this final run. But that's putting a lot of faith in it going green the rest of the way. There you go, there's your leader, Slim Jim, on the left, and second place, Matt Watkins, on the right. That's at least going to salvage a top 3 out of this. That's what you want, chasing the championship like he is. Very lucky he didn't catch any damage on that incident there, I don't believe. At least, I think he just got tagged and spun. No harm to the car. Meanwhile, Slim extending his lead, now up to 9 seconds. Watkins and him, running about the same speed. Okay, there it is. 10th off. Ryan Johnson once again the fastest car on the track, but see how that's been playing out for him over all these runs. Right on board Ryan Johnson, the 59 car. Let me get back on the roof. I like this view. You can see more of the track. Slim Jim puts Jason Dulfer down another lap here. That puts 5th place 2 laps down. That's old school Darlington for you. Lots of cars falling off the lead lap. First race here was won by multiple laps over 2nd place. It wasn't because that driver was faster than anybody. It's because he's the only one who could get any tires to last because he took them off a truck. I don't mean he unloaded them from a truck. I mean he took them off the truck. I believe Ned Jarrett won by something like 10, 11 laps here. There's here at Charlotte because everybody else broke. Ryan Johnson was knocking some distance off, but he started to fall back again. Again, there's only so long you can charge forward and maintain that. The question will remain, when will the final pit stops happen here? Will we see differing strategies? I think Slim Jim has no reason not to just split this final run. But he's got enough of a cushion. What he can do is he can react to what the other top 3 cars do. Matt Watkins continues to fall back. I have to think maybe he's got a little bit of damage from that contact with Mark DeSenza. Oh, blinking for Slim Jim. Terrible. No, 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 no. Well, it'll be a horrible time to fall out. Let's switch the camera to Jam and Jay. Try and stabilize things here. Looks like Slim's back in business. Scary moment there for the 23 crew. It's still a little jittery. On board Jam and Jay as you watch that 23 car try and get stabilized again. See, they're fine down the straightaways. It's going in there under braking, which is extra scary. Jay's got the newer tires and Slim's just going to let him go. Meanwhile, he's still continuing to pull away. Ryan Johnson now almost 8 seconds back. I think Matt Watkins might reel Ryan Johnson in. Pull back and look here. There he is, Ryan Johnson, just ahead of Matt Watkins. Old Matkins might just pull out the second place out of this after all. I think we're about 8 laps away from where I predicted they might stop for the window to split it for the final run. See if we have takers soon. Matt Watkins slaps the wall a little bit of a tank slapper off 4. If he didn't have damage before, he might now. It's like Ryan Johnson trying to break Matt's draft going down the front stretch, but that's to no avail. As you see, that gap has narrowed substantially. At this point, if you're Ryan Johnson, you want to be the first one of this trio to pit road. Slim Jim can wait to come in until Matt does. "25 laps since they last pitted. This tire is going to be getting mighty greasy." Ryan Johnson just drops down low. Lets Matt go. He knows Matt's got the tires right now. Again, we'll keep an eye on Ryan Johnson. I predict he'll be the first one of these leaders to pit. Slim Jim and Jason Dolfer are currently the 2 fastest cars. No, strike that. Rick Castle, the fastest car on the track right now. Slim and Jay not too far off. Ryan Johnson's already fallen into the 32-second bracket. These are the long green flag runs I predicted we'd have. So a rough start and then several green flag stops to finish it. Slim Jim Gately now with a 10.5-second lead. He can just cruise it. Just hope that internet connection holds out. Just like in the real deal, you hear every sound that the motor's making when you got a lead like this, just waiting for something to break in the car. That's how Slim's got to be feeling about his connection right now. Ah, and Matt let Ryan back by. Not sure what he's playing at there. Here comes Ryan to pit road. I knew it. I knew he'd be the first one. It's about the lap I predicted it would be. Always got to be real careful to make that cone. Wow. Ooh, if he got to the right side of that cone, that would have been a commitment violation. And that would have just been thrown away a top 3 run. Slim Jim. Wow, Slim Jim didn't have to respond right away, but he did. And here comes the 23 car. So Matt Watkins is going to be the last of the trio to come to pit road. See, Slim was, half a lap. A little less than half a lap from catching him. I should say a little more than half a lap from catching him. Ryan Johnson, 4 tires of fuel down and away as Slim Jim rolls up behind him. And slides into his stall for service. Matt Watkins staying out. Maybe the strategy Matt Watkins wants to play here is to run it out and see if maybe he can catch a caution and trap these guys a lap down. You know what? When you lost ground like he did, that's not an invalid strategy. I hadn't considered that one. Francis Dittman checking in. How you doing, buddy? Nope, here he comes. Matt Watkins pit road now. So he stayed out there several laps. He's going to give up a ton of ground from it. Maybe that was as long as he could hold. Oh, hot entry there. Hope he doesn't get nailed for speeding. Down inside the final 25 laps here. Final pit stop for these guys. Matt Watkins, after a aggressive entry to pit road, makes it a conservative pull into his pit box. Naturally, 4 tires and fuel. You just don't take 2 tires at Darlington. Down and away. See how it all shakes out from here. See, Slim Jim managed to, because of how much ground he had on Rick Castle, holds the lead. Rick Castle shown 23 seconds down. 4 seconds down now after it all cycles through. But again, Rick Castle has not yet pitted. This could play out in Rick Castle's favor. The longer he can stay out there, and maybe if he can catch caution, get him his lap back in track position. Let's see what Rick can do. Again, Rick treating this as something of a lost season. Missed a lot of races with PC issues, getting used to some new wheel and pedals, other hardware. And nope, Rick Castle will bring it in here with 20 to go. But Rick's a hell of a driver. He just treating season 45 as a throwaway, but I expect him to come back strong. 46. Rick's won races here on Friday night. He's won them on all the other nights, as well as a championship over at CCR, I do believe. Maybe several championships over there. Say howdy to any of our Carolina Classic Racing fans that might be tuning in. Got a lot of these guys that like to run over there with those boys. CCR starts an hour before we do, so it works out nicely. We can get a race in over it there and finish in time to qualify and run here. Get a double header in. Triple header on Tuesday night. We want to run CCR, our Super Speedway Series, and Chicken Run. My old manager at Borders might say, or to paraphrase him rather, I need more racing, I need plots. Someone around on the backstretch, I see a plume of smoke. Might have been Jammin' Jay. We stay green, however. Yeah, Jammin' Jay gingerly limping around the track right now. Might have been... Oh, goodness. So here's what happened to Jay. He was coming out of pit road there, trying to get as aggressive an exit as he can, trying to stay under that green cone and not get a penalty coming out, and boom, just spun it. Amazing he didn't end up in the racing groove to trigger a yellow flag, but that's gonna seriously slow up the 63. It's already 2 laps down. Lost time, extra wear in the tires, damage to the car. Been a rough night for Jay. Started the night out with damage to the rear end through no fault of his own. But he's soldiering on for a top 5 finish, so those are the runs that championship runs are made of. Just getting the points you can when you can. Matt Watkins currently in second position, or third position rather, to Ryan Johnson. Ryan's got a significant lead over Matt Watkins now too. And they hold it over the last 12 laps or so here, 14 laps or so. But every time that camera angle cuts off of turn 2 where it does that, off turn 4, and you see the TV screen to the inside of the track, it looks like caution lights flashing to me, and it freaks me out. You'll see it again here when Ryan Johnson comes off 4. Yeah, that one. See the motion and think the lights are blinking. I'm like, no, not a caution. If Matt Watkins wants to snag second place, you gotta start moving soon here. Slim Jim is currently the fastest car on the track. Castle second fastest. All the ups and downs have come to an equilibrium here. Everybody's just pretty much hold and serve to the finish. Oh, Brad Otto gets loose and then down and out of the way of Ryan Johnson. I didn't want to pick Matt because I felt bad about Tuesday night, and I didn't want to pick Slim because I felt bad about his luck overall this season. It looks like that has worked out nicely in Slim's favor and Matt's. So they're going to be 1 and 2. And my pick was looking strong, though. I had Mark DeSenza, and it all just fell apart there on him. Melty keeps saying the broadcaster jinx isn't real, but we keep proving otherwise. To get down 7 laps to go this time by. I don't think there's much Matt can do with Ryan. Unless Ryan starts falling off, and I mean, he's like 3/10 slower than Matt right now. We'll see how that plays out. Really the only battle for position on the entire track right now. No other pair of cars are have a changing gap and are on the same lap. Five to go. And Matt is starting to reel Ryan in a bit. This could get interesting between the 59 and the 15. As they also run up on lap traffic here in the person of the 99, Pops Margison. Ryan caught him at a bad spot. He's going to have to pinch his exit off of 2. Matt's going to catch the 99 in a worse spot. I think we have to delay his entry into 3. Can't get fully in it off 4. Oh, he's right there. He is in the draft of the 59. Yeah, Francis, Milty just texted me. He can't get back online. Something happened with his router or modem. So Milty is down for the count tonight. Oh, Slim Jim's starting to blink. This could be the race for the win if Slim gets disconnected. As Matt Watkins is all over the bumper. Ryan Johnson, he's caught him here. As we have 3 to go. Almost taking the bumper to him through 1 and 2. Tries to drive it down the hill and get the run. Doesn't quite happen. I think at this point Matt knows he's salvaged a good points night out of it. No reason to force any issue here. 2 to go. As Slim Jim's about to come around and take the white flag. Ryan Johnson gets the wall, and Matt Watkins slips through for P2 in the last corner of the last lap. Or coming to the white flag, rather. This is the last lap. Ryan Johnson pull anything back. I mean, his tires have got to be smoked by now. He's got nothing for him. Slim Jim Gately, your winner. Matt Watkins comes back from spin to spinning contact. No caution. Finished second. And Ryan Johnson hard charging all night long. Made it interesting. Rounds out your top three. Rick Castle in fourth, 1 lap down. Jason Dulfer in fifth, 3 laps down. That's your top 5 there. Slim Jim put on a clinic there. Leading 74 of the 147 laps. Mark DeSenza, the second most there at 59 before his issues struck. And Mama Gately giving the congratulations there. Jam and Jay leaving a little donut in the door of the professor. And Matt Watkins, a great points night there. Second place, 5 laps led. Ryan Johnson never could quite get that lap led, but still a solid third place finish. Oh, don't let that still image from where the Milty cam froze fool you. He's not there. We've lost Milty. We'll get him back up for you guys next week. Hopefully. Hey, thanks there, Bingle Productions. Whoever you are, I'm not sure who that is, but we're glad to have you on board this week, and hopefully join us again next week and beyond as we celebrate this 20th anniversary year of both NASCAR 2003 and the League FSB Racing. We save my replay. Yes. 45. Darlington. So your official standings, once again, Slim Jim Gately at a speed of 129.680 miles per hour. Average speed is your winner. Matt Watkins, 9 seconds back. With Ryan Johnson, 9.9 seconds back. Rick Kessel, lap down in 4th. Jason Dulfer, 5th. Pops Margison, 6th. Brad Otto hangs on in the 31 Marines Cutlass Supreme. And finishes 7th with the 31 car. A lot of retirees there. Mark DeSenza, after leading so much of the race, retired in 8th place. Dave Ellens, connection woes, I think. Some damage for Nick Walters, as well as Shane Wisman and Roscoe Hurst. Rounding out their small 12-car field tonight, but they put on a show. We got Ryan Johnson already in the booth here. Got those points?
Points should be up.
It's up, and well, that didn't look like it refreshed. Maybe. Oh well. Was it 31 points coming in?
I don't know where it was. I'll double check it here on the website.
All right. We lost Milty. He had connection woes as well.
Yeah, I saw some. I think you even disconnected a couple times, didn't you?
No, that was good.
That was maybe last week.
That was last week where I was having nothing but trouble. I fixed.
Yeah, the latest standings are Darlington, so it should be refreshed.
Just wasn't used to it loading that snappy after a refresh. Beautiful. So yeah, Matt Watkins 31 points up. That's more than a full race there on Jason Dulfer. As this is week 7, 8?
8.
Yeah, week 8 here. So 4 races to go. And Matt Watkins with a healthy lead. Gonna be hard to catch him. And Roscoe Hurst in his rookie Winston Cup season here, putting on a strong showing there in 3rd place. Chris Beckman taking some time off now after a strong start. 63 points back. Jeff Hale. It feels like I haven't seen Jeff Hale in weeks, but somehow he's in 5th place. 75 points back. And of course, Slim Jim, after having taken many weeks off in this season, jumps 7 spots tonight up to 6th place. And did Matt? Matt got out. Okay, Matt did not want to do a post race, but we got Ryan. So let's talk about your run there. You were very strong on the short runs and burned your stuff up pretty quick. It looked like. And,
yeah, that's what I was telling Slim. Those last 15 laps on the fuel run, my tires were kind of toast. I felt like I was saving because I was riding along with them most of the race when I could, and then they would just kind of start to gap me. So just couldn't save like they could, but good job, Slim. I hated seeing whatever happened to Mark and Matt there. I couldn't see what happened, but I knew Matt had problems and Mark discoed, and Matt still came back to beat me. So Anyway, fun race. I love Darlington. You know I do. So
I remember one where we had it in a fuel mileage battle, and we were clutching, and we actually ran into each other like 3 times.
that wouldn't surprise me.
It spun each other around, got going again, no caution flag, and we were both just like, we're racing each other, we're racing our fuel gauge, and we crossed the line like side by side, and we look up, and here comes Rick Bisconer, full speed. We got another lap, and he would have just blown right by us. But yeah, this is a great track. I know you're solid here, and yeah, that was a solid run there, top 3 with these guys. Great run there.
Yeah, I'll take it. Kind of disappointed we didn't have a big field tonight, but hey, we still had a race, so it all counts.
Didn't have the big field, but we had big pit stops, so we like to see that too.
10-4.
And yeah, Matt Watkins, great second place run there. Thanks for joining. Oh no, he left the server. No interview with your second place finisher and your points leader, Matt Watkins. But what happened with him, I can tell you, is that Mark DeSenza got a little loose in 3 and 4 there. And yeah, Matt was right there on his bumper. The two of them spun around, no caution flag, and they got it rolling again. He was like 8 seconds back at that point and probably had killed his tires and triggered the pit sequence for you guys. And Slim, so you got that one running away. Hit it.
Well, I did not set it up.
He didn't set it up. Oh. Well, you had Mama Gately cheering you on tonight, so she got to see you absolutely put on a clinic out there.
Well, I don't know if I call it a clinic. I didn't on the long runs. I didn't have anything for Mark and Matt. They were just a tick better than me. I think Matt probably had us all as usual, but I was just fortunate to get through. When Mark spun and Matt got caught up in it, I just barely got through it without getting hit. So that was pretty much what made it for me. So I hated it happened to those guys, but I've had a couple of races I think I should have won already this season. So I felt like I was owed this one.
I think Richard Petty himself, he's won 200 races, and he said, I lost some races I should have won, and I won some I shouldn't have. So I figured it all worked out in the end.
That's exactly right. Couldn't be happier. Shout out to my mom. Love you, Mom.
Yep, Doris was checking in there tonight. She saw you start to finish there. Great run there, Slim. Yeah, Mark was my pick. I thought, because I didn't want to pick Matt because I kind of ran into him on Tuesday. But yeah, he was strong. Great run for all you guys out there. And hopefully we get a bigger field next week. Where are we at next week, Ryan?
I'll have to double check myself. Let's see.
Putting you on the spot.
Yeah, I'll look it up like I did earlier. Let's see.
I probably did, and then I forgot.
Yeah, I don't ever know till the day I set up the posts in the forum. So
that's me with the trucks. Yeah, I only wrote the damn schedule,
Right.
Oh, your Gateway. Gateway next week. Yeah, I love that track too. That's a great one. It's like a mini Darlington. So we go from Big Darlington to mini Darlington. That's another.
Yeah, hopefully a better turnout than what we did the last. Or not a turnout, but a few less cautions than the last time we did it. But we'll see. Should be a good race.
And that's another one DeSenza flies at. So hopefully he gets there too. Ken Shea, man, he scoots around that place. And I've had some good runs there too. But I'm up here. Well, you guys had a great run there. Thanks for all you do there, Ryan. Putting up the sponsorship for the hardware and doing the admin deal. Good to have you back. Thanks, Slam and Ryan, of course, joining us here. Your first and third place finishers there. Matt Watkins, great second place run there in absentia. And of course, we thank Sam Young keeping the league up and running on this 20th anniversary season. Thanks everybody tuning in YouTube, liking, subscribing, commenting, giving this the engagement that YouTube likes to see, keeping the word out there that this is still alive, and we're here every Friday. But until next week from Gateway, I've been your host, Sean Reap. We'll get Milty back next week. But good night, everybody.